Hello, so quick afternoon check-in. I've just got a bit of time free. Initially, I only had two clients booked in for tonight, but while I think I mentioned during my business mentoring, I had another client book in. So that's good. That's brought me up to 4 hours for today, which is a nice healthy bit of money coming in. Relieves a bit of stress. I'm not feeling great though. There's no thoughts attached to it, but my body doesn't feel fantastic. No, I didn't have breakfast, but I still haven't been having breakfast. And obviously with how late I started today, and the mad rush of this morning, there wasn't time. And even now, I finished with that client at 2:30, so that's 2 hours ago, and I've been spending that time trying to sort of sort out sort of some of my receipts and finances because my numbers aren't matching up in the books, and I can't figure out where that is, and I'm trying to sort of get on top of it. And my mum works at a bank, so she said she'd help me with my spreadsheet and have a look at it, but yeah, obviously if I can try and figure out where I've gone wrong myself, then I can troubleshoot better without needing my mum to look over it all the time for me. But anyway, so yeah, I am trying to kind of really, because I work at home and work for myself and everything like that, really trying to sort of set this boundary between work and and then being at home, and trying to sort of make my while it's business hours, even if I don't have clients, to just keep doing work stuff. So that's where I've sort of caught up on a bit of admin and finance, and then realized that now I've got an hour until my next client arrives, and then I have a 45-minute gap between her and my last client arriving. I mean, they were going to be back to back. So the last client actually messaged to say it's her niece's birthday dinner tonight, and so she wanted to be pushed back, and I was happy to take that because that's another activity for me to do this evening. I'll make it a little bit later. I'm going to stick with the plan of taking the sedatives before. So in the break between those two clients, so that it has time to kick in and feel nice and calm afterwards. What did I do? In lieu of eating, I at least took some vitamins. I took some flax, a multivitamin, some vitamin D, vitamin B1, and an iron, and a Valium just before 1. So I'm going to take another Valium just before my next client arrives, and then after her, which is just an hour after her, I will I don't know, my anxiety is pretty high, so I'm not hungry, which is a problem. So if that continues, I'll just make a protein shake and get myself to at least swallow that. And so at least there's something going into the body besides caffeine and nicotine. And then I don't know. I guess I'm in a headspace where I feel really unstable is the best way. I just unsettled is probably a bit better. Unstable makes it sound like I'm about to snap. I'm not unstable yet, but I am incredibly unsettled, and I think I feel quite vulnerable, and I don't want to always drug myself and knock myself out to keep myself safe. As much as that was the best decision Friday night because of where my head was going, I don't know. I feel like the universe is throwing the same challenge at me because friends are cancelling plans last minute, for very valid and different reasons, but it's a common theme. So it's obviously coming up as a theme because it's something that I need to look at and learn from and address and this, that, and whatever, which is, again, being patient and investing time in myself and looking after myself, which I'm not very good at doing. And I think this is a thought that kind of came to me sometime afterwards, and I don't know, it's hard to talk about. I don't want to say it because I don't want people to panic, but I realized that when I say things like full disclosure, this is what I'm thinking, I'm not giving full disclosure on my actions. And so on Friday, I actually went out and acquired 100 paracetamol tablets that are sitting in the drawer. So, I don't have any intention to act upon it, but I also am not seeing anyone until tomorrow to surrender them back. I could just go to the chemist, but I don't know. Part of me feels better knowing that it's there so that I have an exit if things get too bad. And then the other part of me is like, I would rather you have pot in the house than have 100 paracetamol tablets. And I'm sure that a lot of people would agree with that. But I don't know, because that's where I've been stuck for the last couple of years, is I don't know how to deal with that intense suicidal ideation without pulling the plug and resetting and letting the next day be a new day. Maybe that's the only coping strategy that I have. Maybe that's all it will ever be, because at the same time, there's obviously something that's quite big that's too much for me to address consciously. And I guess sometimes, I've been told through trauma work that sometimes things are so big I'll never know what happened. I'll never know the origin, and therefore I can't tackle it. So all it becomes then is a matter of managing symptoms rather than addressing the origin. And so I guess that's what I've been attempting to do, besides self-medicating, obviously. But harm minimization has been my biggest safety tool, I suppose. And I don't know if these feelings are coming up and I'm like this because nothing has changed since the feelings first emerged a few days ago. Either I'm not doing anything differently, or my environment isn't really doing anything differently. I'm really trying to, I'm actually kind of hoping that I have no clients on Thursday so that I can go to Harcourt and see Mel and Des, because I feel really, really alone. I'm sick of feeling alone. And it doesn't make sense because I'm not alone. I've got the world's neediest cat who, needs affection all the time and things like that. So I don't know how to fix this feeling that's crying out. I don't know what to do. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to send me a message. I don't want anyone to worry. I will check in, especially after my last client. I will definitely do a video and check in and tell you what meds I've taken and everything. Please don't be preemptive and send me a congratulations for getting through the day without using based on my last video. Do it the next day, because anyway. I know you meant well, and I'm sorry that I let you down, Mum. I didn't. I couldn't be bothered figuring out how to be strong. I was too tired. I'm still really tired. And I wish I knew what I needed so I could give it to myself or communicate and ask for it from someone else. But I don't. So we'll just have to keep being patient and keep being here. Yes, maybe time has the answers. Okay, so I'm not giving up, I'm not throwing in the towel. I'm just very confused and very anxious and just trying to manage my emotions, which is the biggest struggle today.